Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. I'd like to address those investors out there that are looking for more than a single family home, but you really don't want something that's a 50-year-old apartment complex with 300 units. And I have exactly, I think, what you need and what you ought to want, and that is the Terra townhomes. This is going to be a 17-unit townhome complex, so a very reasonable size. You know, townhomes are in huge demand in Oklahoma City. Our population is growing at 2.6% per year. That's the seventh fastest growing city, over 1 million in the United States. We know that we have a millennial generation under 33 that's only at 36% in terms of home ownership. And we also know that the townhomes that have been built in the downtown area, for instance, are renting 100% of the time in terms of vacancy and upwards to $1.36 a square foot. So we have a huge demand for these types of properties, yet we have scarcity. Now, in this particular area, there is nothing that are townhomes. Everything is single family. So we know we've selected the right place. And you can look at the land here next to me. This is about almost a half an acre of land that we're putting this on. Now, if you want to Google map it in Oklahoma City, this is at the corner of Britton Road, and that's Britton and County Line Road. So if you'll put those in there and put Oklahoma City, you'll be able to pull this up. In fact, this is an old picture, and the residential of $250,000 average price homes are coming right next to it. So we have a really, really good array. Now, I also want you to see how we're setting this up. So the next slide that you're going to see is a site plan. And on this site plan, you can see that we're doing 3- and 4-plex units, arrayed very well, still enough to kind of give you differentiation and privacy, but also something where, because we are doing 3- and 4-plexes, we're also doing inside fire suppression. Now, this is really going to help you tremendously on lowering your insurance amount. Insurance companies love inside fire suppression, so that's a real plus for you. Now, we're also going to landscape these things in a very beautiful way. So look at the landscaping plan here. Now, I will have some better colored drawings for this, and they're being made at this present time, which will give you a little bit better idea of what we're doing, but we want to landscape these extremely well. Now, finally, I want you to look at the design and look at the fronts that we're doing. We're doing something that's really different here. There is a demand for modern. There is demand for something that is special, not that just same old Dallas style type stuff that you see over and over again. We know that this has a tremendous appeal. Now, here's what's even more special about this. Normally, if we sold the individual units, they would sell, a total of about $1.775 million to sell all of them individually. But what we want to do is sell this to one individual. We want to do one commercial loan, be happy to set you up with someone locally. And we want to give you a $100,000 discount at $1.675. Now, we have one property manager that's a national property manager that's going to be handling this, has a lot of experience, and they've given us a typical rent of $1,045 a month per unit. We're running about a 1 to 3% vacancy rate in Oklahoma City. So I decided to do a return on investment analysis, of course, so that people see what it yields and if it's a good investment for you. And man, the numbers I came up with were just tremendous. In fact, I had to check them twice. And when I do the numbers on any kind of house, I typically do it on a 7-year hold. And I also put in everything that's typical in the real world. Number one, there is going to be vacancy, without question. Second of all, you're going to have maintenance. Even though these are brand new with warranties over a 7-year period, you're going to be replacing some things. That needs to be in there. I also put in the fees for property management, which runs about 8.75% per year. So I wanted to give something that was real world. And what I came up with was a 9.83% capitalization rate. Now, commercial investors will buy on a 6%, but in new construction on commercial at 9.83%, that's exceptional. Now, the second number I think that's extremely important to you is the cash on cash. This is when we take the net operating income and then take the debt service out of it and say, okay, after everything, how much cash do we get out? And let me look at my cheat sheet here for a minute. And that number that you're seeing here on the screen is 20.47%. So every year of the real money you put out in terms of down payment and closing costs, you're getting 20% or more of that back every year, which means in 5 short years, all the money that you put out is back to you, and all you have at that point left is that leverage. And that leverage can be paid off if this keeps up in about 12 years. So an outstanding investment. Now, the other thing that we try to figure out for you is what is the internal rate of return? That means how much over that 7-year period, and you decide to sell the property and you pay a commission and closing cost. And after all is said and done, what has been your annualized return on your money? And this way you can compare it to stocks and mutual funds and annuities. Now, remember that real estate in 2014 is a conservative investment. There's not the fluff that there was in 2005 with the bubble. And in Oklahoma City, there never was. So these are real numbers. But every year, you're getting back 24.18% on your investment. Now, compare that to any mutual fund. Compare that to any stock on an annualized basis. That's a conservative investment. And I don't think that you're going to find something better than the Terra townhomes. Now, what I would like you to do is contact me if you're interested in doing this, and I'll be able to send you some interior pictures that I think will match the exterior pictures and show you what the beauty that we're going to do. Fully equipped, washer, dryer, and refrigerators, turnkey. These are going to be ready to go. So if you have that interest, get in contact with me. I will send you more information about this. Love you to visit. My phone number is here on this channel, or you can email me at joe@joepryor.com. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.